And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before.
I did it. Okay. What do we got over here? Sure, why not?
I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air.
So now what? What the hell?
Never did
Oh,
find
okay then.
and never did collect my goddamn bounty.
Alright, so I guess on to the next episode?
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
The Dalton Brothers. That was offensive. The Dalton Brothers, episode 6.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of right?
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Alright. Why do I have a feeling this is gonna be a 2-part since there's 2 of them? I'm sorry, I am right, because since there's 2 of them, that means there's probably gonna be 2 parts to this episode. Regardless, once I am done with this episode, I am done for now.
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob 2 banks at the same time. 2 banks on the same damn street.
Get him, boy!
Story was Bob Dalton's girl was always writing him about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeeville just to shut her up. Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property.
I did it.
The
Yeah!
daily for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
It was high noon. A
Oh,
posse of
gee.
U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months, and now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. You just gotta wait till something reaches out.
But this bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns.
Stopping me. Over there!
Over there! Yeah, no.
So he went in there alone to confront those criminals.
Oh, hey. A conveniently placed
"Where are you
ladder.
going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank. Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting.
Like here?
A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did.
Okay, this is weird.
It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
Really?
We've got company.
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free.
Is that Silas Greaves? Son of a
Jim Boone,
bitch!
and Davy Crockett, who died defending the Alamo.
I'm coming out, but you're not gonna like what happens when I come out. Don't you? And you are a terrible shot. I will not lose it. Hello? Nuggets? Hey! Whoops. No. Over nowhere.
That's Silas Greaves. What the hell?
Blam! Blam! He came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons. His name
Did it!
was Silas Greaves.
Yay!
Dust finally settled. He was the last man standing.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way.
Oh my god. Can we get the right way, please? Oh, really?
It was early evening, not high noon. The Daltons blew up a safe, and were all set to hightail it out of there. I was late to the party, and Coffeyville was already up in arms. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
Okay. Hi, Daltons. Wait, what?
I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeyville.
Damn it.
And those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons. And they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons.
Hey, what the
It
fuck?
wasn't any surprise, because those 2 families have been feuding forever.
Get out of here.
And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Yay! I did it! Legendary weapon! Alright, so nothing in here, alright.
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those
Oh.
Daltons weren't
Oh.
the sharpest knives in the drawer,
Oh!
but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least 2 of them to escape. The 3rd brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
Oh! Oh boy.
The youngest. And he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Reeves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. And I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
Gonna send you to the bone orchard. It's hog killing time. A coward and a cheater. You messed with the wrong damn Dalton.
No, I didn't.
You are dead, law dog.
Oh, come on! Yeah!
Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeeville. He's the only Dalton who did.
Oh
See,
my,
he was
really?
shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him? But I have to admit,
Hey!
that boy had grit.
Alright. Continue. Now what? Yeah, see, I knew it. Still episode 6. God damn it. Let's do this.
We'll get those suckers.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track him to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
What if they do?
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks.
I think I found one.
Maple trees were in full color.
Oh my god.
The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Bury them in the swamp. Plant them where they stand.
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm. So I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
Alright. Is that all of you?
The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause. Point being, I was under